You know, a lot of these rumors and leaks that are hitting the internet so close to the June 2024 Nintendo Direct is pretty interesting. It makes me wonder, how big is this Nintendo Direct gonna be? Could we end up getting the Zelda ports, maybe a remake on top of that as well? And then there's the two mystery Gamecube and 3DS games. I mean, who knows, maybe the 3DS game is Kid Icarus Uprising. I think that would be pretty fantastic. Hey guys, it's Rob here, and welcome back to the RoboChan Show, where we take the gaming news format that channels like Spawnwave or Arlo do, add a dash of animation and some cool editing on top to bring you your gaming news, leaks, and rumors in a fresh new way. If you're new here and want to be kept up on everything gaming, make sure you subscribe to the channel and leave a like if you enjoy the video and dislike if not, and have that notification bell on so you know when I upload. In this video, we're going to talk about rumblings of multiple Nintendo Switch games in 2024 and beyond that could end up being revealed at the June 2024 Nintendo Direct. These games include the potential of multiple Zelda games and games from the 3DS and Gamecube library. There's also something from Nintendo Switch Sports as well, which is very interesting. And as always, these could always end up being fake. Always remember that when talking about these kind of things. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like. It helps the video reach more viewers when you do. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, my Twitter handle is RoboRob93. Without further delay, let's get on to the topics. So the Nintendo Switch rumors and leaks keep trickling out slowly as we get closer to the June 2024 Nintendo Direct. Info coming out on titles like Zelda, Mario, and other cool systems like Gamecube and 3DS just keep on coming. With the Nintendo Switch 2 coming in 2025, Nintendo will need to carry us with some good titles until the eventual Nintendo Switch 2 reveal and release. And one such title, or titles I should say, is from the Gamecube and 3DS library. This is what Midori over on Twitter had to say. There is a project at Nintendo with codename Edward. This might be related to the rumors of a new Zelda series title. Now this was the first part of her tweet, and that has another game in it, so stay tuned for that. But let's focus on the Zelda title for now. It is interesting that this could end up being that new Zelda series. If you guys remember, there was supposed to be a Zelda only game, or a Zelda focused game I should say, where she's the main character. Another thing you have to keep in mind is that she says this might be related to the rumors of the new Zelda series title. So this very well could not be for that game and could be some kind of other title, not even Zelda. Though what leads her to believe that this is a Zelda title is because of the code name. The code name is Edward. In past Zelda games, specifically for Link's Awakening, a very amazing game that I loved, the remake version of the one I played I should say, should be more specific on that, the codename for Link's Awakening was Richard. Now, Link's Awakening was made by Grezzo, and as you guys know, that remake looks fantastic. I think Grezzo did an A++ job on that game. The interesting thing here though, especially when it comes to Grezzo and Zelda, is that back around 2020, I think it might have been, they were hiring for a stylish medieval game. Kinda does sound like Zelda, right? So I wonder if this could be that game. And could this end up being a remake from Grezzo, like the rumored Oracle of Ages and Seasons games? I think that would be pretty interesting. And moving on to the next one, we have some great news for The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess Remastered. This is what My Nintendo News has to say on the topic. Midori has seemingly backed a number of high-profile leakers suggesting that Nintendo is currently sitting on a remaster of The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD for the Nintendo Switch family of systems. It all started earlier today when she said that Nintendo has a project with codename Edward in the works which is related to Zelda. She then said Richard was the codename for The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening remake on Nintendo Switch. Another user chimed in and said The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess Remastered, to which she replied, I don't know why Nintendo is not releasing it yet. It is not clear when Nintendo plans to release the game. So this is basically saying one of the most notable Nintendo leakers or Sega leakers or Atlas leakers, whatever you want to call what kind of leaker she is, she has inside knowledge of all three of these companies as far as we can tell, and Square Enix too as well. But yeah, this is her saying that it does exist, Nintendo is just sitting on this. Now remember, last time we heard about Twilight Princess and Wind Waker by the way as well, is that they were sitting on it essentially. That's what Jeff Grubb said a while back. It was like 1 or 2 years ago. Now these have been rumored for a while, and you have to wonder, is Nintendo sitting on them? Well, Nintendo isn't no stranger to sitting on games before. In fact, a recent released remake, Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door, Nintendo was sitting that for at least a year, according to the German rating organization. So who's to say that Nintendo isn't currently sitting on those Zelda ports right now until the perfect time, which with the Nintendo Switch 2 coming up, something in between releasing maybe 1 or 2 of them apart, or hopefully, fingers crossed, together until the Nintendo Switch 2, and maybe then we'll get a peek at the next big Zelda thing. Which brings me to my next one. According to the Nintendo Switch leaker who leaked the 2025 delay for the Nintendo Switch 2, he says some pretty interesting things. This is what my Nintendo News has to say. A new rumor is currently doing the rounds online from PH Brazil, who was the first to note that the Switch 2, which was originally planned for release at the end of 2024, had slipped into early next year. He's back this time to say that Nintendo has 2 re-releases in the works, which are due out after March 2025 for the current Nintendo Switch system. He says that one of the classic re-releases was originally on the Nintendo Gamecube, and the second one is a classic Nintendo 3DS title. He also added that these probably won't be shown during the Nintendo Direct presentation, which is confirmed next month. Carrying on, he also speculates that Nintendo intends to fully support the original Nintendo Switch despite the fact that its successor will be available. So what games could these be? Well, I know the fan inside of me wants the Kid Icarus Uprising port that we all have been wanting for quite some time, at least when it comes to the 3DS title. Now, Insider Zippo, the leaker if you want to call it that, he's kind of iffy with his stuff, if you guys know what I mean. Kid Icarus Uprising was one of the things that he said does exist, but that was quite a while ago. Though again, Nintendo is no stranger to sitting on things like they were with Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door. As for the GameCube, I honestly think it's pointing towards the Zelda ports, because when you pair this with Midori's words, you can easily see how this mystery GameCube game could be Twilight Princess remastered. As for Wind Waker, I do hope it's a dual pack with Twilight Princess. And moving on to the next one, this is the second part of that tweet that I was talking about that Midori had, and this is what she said. There is a project at Nintendo in development with the codename Anna. Elsa is the codename for Nintendo Switch Sports. This could end up being another Nintendo Switch Sports-esque kind of game. Maybe it's a sequel, maybe it's something in the line of that game, the idea of that. And moving on to the next topic, Midori has some more information on those Sega games. For those who don't know, Sega is going through a lot of their older IPs and remaking those games or making more games in those series. This is what she has to say. I want to make sure there's no confusion with what I'm saying before. It is correct information that Sega is developing full remakes of Crazy Taxi and Jet Set Radio in Unreal Engine 5 with most of the original staff. These titles would release before the games as a service reboots. And she further clarifies on what these remakes are gonna be like how extensively are they? Because I think a lot of things that you can consider a remake or a remaster, and it kind of, should I put this? Sometimes they blur the line, you know what I mean? Some companies will label something as a remaster, but it's like a full-on remake because it looks completely different. In my eyes, Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door is a remake. It looks vastly different than the original one on the GameCube. Or Metroid Prime Remastered. That's not a remaster to me anyways, I think it's a remake. Luigi's Mansion 2 HD, that's a remaster, that's for sure. These remakes are very similar to the original games, but some new features including multiplayer for Crazy Taxi, and Day 1 cosmetic DLC is currently planned for the remakes, but there are currently no expansion passes planned. So what I assume is they're rebuilding the whole game from the ground up, which would be pretty cool. I mean, I remember playing Crazy Taxi on the Dreamcast. Now she also says internally both the Jet Set Radio and Crazy Taxi plans have been previously delayed 2 different times. So keep in mind that we might not even hear this for a while, they might end up getting delayed again. And another thing to keep in mind, she says the previous plan before this month was to release Jet Set Radio Remake and Reboot in 2026 and Crazy Taxi in 2027. So not only are we going to get a reboot for Jet Set Radio, so that is still happening, they're still doing their reboots and new games in the series like I said, we're also going to be getting remakes as well, which is pretty interesting. Kind of feels like Sega is trying to capture some of the old magic, we'll see if they can. I mean, a lot of times these companies will try to make new games in the series, and we all know how that can go sometimes. I mean, take a look at Conker's Bad Fur Day, and Banjo as well, and just so many other games. Although, I do have to say, Sega has been on a pretty good track record recently. Not perfect, of course, but pretty good. So we'll see. And that is all I have for you guys today. Tell me what you guys think about this. Do you think those Zelda ports are going to happen at the June Nintendo Direct? Do you think anything Zelda is going to happen at the June Nintendo Direct? And what do you think about the Sega stuff? Are you interested in Jet Set Radio and Crazy Taxi? And of course, the information about Nintendo Switch Sports as well. Would you even play a sequel to that? I'd kind of be interested in playing it, but I'd probably rent it. it, to be honest. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. And while you're down in the comment section, or if you're still watching this video and not correcting me on my probably dumb mistake, I want to say thank you for reaching this video this far, and well, here's a cookie. For those who don't know, YouTube considers cookies potentially inappropriate for some reason, so let's spam those cookies in the comment section. I want to see pages among pages. Just go wild with cookies in the comment section. And if not, on your way out, make sure you subscribe for more videos and also have that notification bell on. And if you want to support the channel in any other way, there is my Patreon and Twitter account in the pinned comment if you're interested in those. Oh, and also have this donut if you're still sticking around for me rambling. Thanks for watching, guys, and remember, stay safe, stay charged, and have a good one. You know, a lot of these rumors and leaks that are hitting the internet so close to the June 2024 Nintendo Direct is pretty interesting. It makes me wonder, how big is this Nintendo Direct gonna be? Could we end up getting the Zelda ports, maybe a remake on top of that as well? And then there's the two mystery Gamecube and 3DS games. I mean, who knows, maybe the 3DS game is Kid Icarus Uprising. I think that would be pretty fantastic.